Hey there, fellow hunters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, Episode 33, Bambi's Revenge. I must say, I have not seen any green other than the turnips I've grabbed. I could also look for, meteoric. This has some telltale... Oh, yeah! Who was right? I was right. I was like, this has some telltale signs of a meteorite strike. Surely enough, it does. It's at least a 3 for 2. Cheers. Oh, you know what? My redemptions are like broken. Hold on. I'm rebooting the software. Oh god, this is a huge one. It's at least 5. Yeah, when it comes down to making armor, maybe I'll have enough meteoric that like meteoric chain is not going to be a deranged idea. It's a 6? What the hell? What's it max out at? 6 or 8? Something like that. Okay, I think we're done here. Everything else is just swayvite. That was awesome. Streamer luck? No, that wasn't luck. That was a streamer paying attention to surroundings. I didn't stumble into iron. I just saw a hole and was like, looks like an impact crater. I guess the fact that it was a 6 was the luck part. So I'll give you that. But I found it fair and square. Now, if only I could find frickin' crops. Because that's what I was really after. At least I know where borax is. I think in my last series, I really struggled finding borax. Like, in a big way. So it was very nice to have just found it sitting around. I suppose running through a... Oh, hey, Raccoon. Running through a gravel field like I am, very low chance of finding crops anyway. This is a rare rainfall in this area kind of area. While I'm here, it might make sense to get resin. Because at some point I'm going to be back to... Okay, wow, I can't spell. So at some point I'm going to be back to working on the smithy, I suspect. And collecting resin will make that less painful while I'm down here. Oh, wow. Well, that's nice. Back-to-back resin trees. We're not that far from base that if I needed resin, marking the trees down here would still be useful. You know, I definitely wouldn't mark... That's a cool cave. I definitely wouldn't mark pine trees that were like super far from home. Because if I have to run a marathon to get resin, I mean, that's not worth it. Oh, and we got some ruins too. With Boney. I'm going to see if this ruin has a basement. So sometimes they'll have like... Yep, this one does. Age torch holder, I wanted that. Nice. So sometimes, if you dig underneath them, you'll find stuff. Obviously, there's not a lot of stuff here. A metal barrel, but it's broken. And a collapsed chest, which is also messed up. And that's about it. I don't see anything else. A ruined bed, which I don't care about either. But that's worth it. Because that's great. If you're wondering why it's nice, torches put in torch holders will not burn out. And yes, I have lanterns, but when you have a smithy and you need to like light fires and stuff, it's really nice to have a fire source that doesn't burn out. Ow, ow, ow. And yes, the ruins I live near probably have stuff beneath them. One of the reasons why I didn't dig around them is I didn't want to deform the terrain, because I just like the natural beauty of terrain more than I wanted the resources that they might offer. I mean, who knows? There might be like a translocator directly underneath my base, and I'm none the wiser. But that's why I typically don't like dig pitfalls around where you live. That's going to be more frustrating in the long run. Got a little bit of resin on this trip. Alright, I think we're venturing outside of the dense... Well, no, there's a lot more pine over here. And a deer. 2 of them. Oh, a lot of them. Really? Alright. I mean, you hurt me a little bit, but I think I won. Alright, I had 9 arrows. Let's hope I get 9 back. One fat. Psh. Oh, I didn't realize you were laying there still. You seems to be stuck. I surely am no Legolas, but 6 arrows. That's 7. Oh! I'm dead. What got me? Wild animal? Rip me. Deer 1, me 0. Time to make a naked run. Actually, before I go naked run, let's crock up. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, it was probably the deer. Certainly the deer. Okay. I'm fed. Just because in this run, I'll probably get a little hypothermic because I'm naked. Oh no, I'm not naked. But I have to get back. I don't have armor. Yeah, so this is a really good case in point of why I've said no to going into anywhere in caves. Is I'm not wearing any armor. I don't intend to make armor until I have a health hammer. And when you don't have armor, you're very easily killable. Unless you make, unless you're, even if your nutrition is maxed out, you're still pretty killable. So, it's why I'm not, like, going into dungeons and caves and ruins and going to the underground. Because it's a very quick way to die. And I don't want to have to keep doing the death run, because that's boring as hell. It's 2 p.m. Yeah, and if you die, there goes your nutrition. So actually, oddly, my nutrition isn't reset. I thought it did, but Not according to my nutrition meter. That deer that killed me better drop some fat for my my efforts. Now I am playing on like the pre-release experiment. It's not like the true pre-alpha, but it's still a release candidate. It's not fully released 1.2, meaning that there might be bugs. And actually, I was running into bugs earlier, play testing, where I had some like crash to desktop type stuff going on. I reported it and all that. So who knows? Maybe the nutrition is a bug, but I kind of doubt it. I think it's just they changed it or something. I didn't change it in my server settings though. All my server settings that differ from default are written down. Oh no, I didn't want to get wet. Okay, I'm still pretty dry. No, don't eat the food. One of the leaky resin. Oh, I missed a tree. And I have 19 more uses of the temporal gear spawn location that is inside my base. So I hope not to use that up. I can't imagine dying like 19 more times, but if that does happen, I suspect I'll have more gears by then. This is quite the leaky pine forest. I'm sure some of you, knowing how much resin it can take to make a smithy, was like, dude, you better start collecting it. Now I have to get back to my stuff without, you know, further insult to injury. Lop. Okay. How was my gear laid out? I had the Falx. What was on one? Spear. Then shield. And that point I don't even know. So I'm just going to do pick, shovel, axe, bow, shears, lantern, knife, axe, bow, lantern. Okay. Good enough. I want revenge. Oh, here's my arrows. So that's all 9 arrows? Cool. At least I didn't lose any arrows. Where are you? Get out here, you coward. Ah, there you are. I should have. Yeah, you know what? I think I broke an arrow. I should have grabbed my pro pick. Oh no, I didn't break an arrow. I found it. And then this one launched way over here somewhere. Oh, it's right there. I saw you. I'm gonna get you, then I'm gonna eat you. Maybe I'll let you get away. It's gonna just like ram me off the cliff, isn't it? Alright, back to borax. It's too bad I only got like 1 fat from those 2 kills. And then, you know, then I bit it. So I think I'm going to be doing a nighttime run back home. Because I'm only now just getting to the borax. I'll pull about... Oh, we have copper. Looks to be a lot of it. I'll pull about what I do after today in just a minute. I could keep looking for seeds and stuff, or whatever else you guys vote on. So this is roughly where I marked the borax down. And there it is. What's funny is I don't have open inventory space for it. Merging. I could probably ditch gravel. There we go. I don't need too much of this. I just wanted to make another borax wash so I can make more leather. Let's pull about next priority. So if you want me to continue looking for seeds and stuff, digging below ruins to look in the basements to see what there is, etc., you can vote on that. If you want me to pivot working on the smithy stuff, now that I have resin and fat, if you want me to build more of the blacksmith, whatever it is. And I'm going to get a healthy amount of borax here so I don't have to make the return trip too often. Borax usually come in like 25 by 25 discs. Is my entire world frozen? No. I started in November. So it's called Frostlands because I started when it was already below freezing. Or thereabouts. And everything different from... Oops. Hold on. That was, that is totally the wrong macro. Good job, me. Here's the details. There you go. Ignore those two first messages. They're nonsense. Ooh, I'm getting creepy cave ambience. Ow! 56 borax. I'll go for 64, a full stack, and then I'll turn back. You're super scared of the winter? Oh, you shouldn't be. Just stockpile your food in preparation for the winter. That's really all you need to do. Not a big deal. It's a big deal if you sort of skip summer, but, if you don't skip summer, you'll be fine. I have 65 borax, so that'll do. Okay, unpin. Let's delete my shame. You died here? No, I didn't. Psh. Seraph angels can never die. And it seems the popular choice is to build more smithy. But if you haven't voted yet, please feel free to do so. You don't have to vote with the crowd. One of the only requirements I have about voting is that there's no peer pressure. So if you don't want to vote for the same thing everyone else is voting on, you don't have to. I don't care. It wouldn't be an option if I didn't want to do it. Just a little bit. Oh, hello. You guys can keep beating each other up in that pit. I'm out of here. Just checking for swavite or for meteoric. They're pit fighters? Nope, also gravel. Just gotta check. That's how you end up with ample meteoric iron. Every time you see a hole that looks like it could host an impact crater, you just gotta poke at it. So build more of the smithy. So there's two main... Well, there's three things, and let me resolve that. There's three things that go into the smithy. There is the windmill for mechanical power. There's the Helvhammer, which is realistically not required, but very nice to have, which can hammer out iron blooms and hammer out ingots and plates. And then there is, well, iron blooms and ingots into plates. And then there is the pulverizer. And the pulverizer, in my opinion, is less fun, of course, than the Helvhammer, but even more required. Because without a Helvhammer, you can still make steel. Without a pulverizer, you cannot. So the long and short of it is, in order to make steel, you need to be able to pulverize certain materials, like bauxite, into a fine dust. And that's not something you can do by hand. So the Quarn, you can use by hand if you are so inclined, if you don't have the mechanical power, in order to grind borax into borax powder or, grain into flour, so on and so forth. But you can't grind stones by hand. For that, you need a pulverizer. So when making the smithy, you at the very least need mechanical power for a pulverizer, but obviously I'm going to do a Helvhammer as well, because I want to be able to make armor, but not have to manually hammer away at ingots to make plates for, like, hours. Because if it's mind-numbing for me, it's mind-numbing for you. Probably. So yeah, that's the plan. To make, Oh, you know what's funny? I'm on my, like, smithy mountain a little bit. No, I'm not. I'm drunk. And nowhere near my smithy. So, what do you want me to make first? What to build first? Windmill? Helvhammer? Or pulverizer? So the windmill is... The thing that I am missing for the windmill, I can put in the mechanics for the mill itself, but I don't have enough flax in order to make windmill sails. I would need considerably more flax than I currently have access to, which is why I'm growing it. The Helvhammer and the pulverizer. The Helvhammer requires a Helvhammer like head, and the pulverizer requires pulverizer caps. So those require some smithing on its own as well. Home at last. Let's put everything away while you're busy voting. For now, I am going to put a forever torch in here, even though I know that we have oil lamps keeping it illuminated. So 27 meteoric iron paired with the 14 ingots I have over here. Yep. We rich! Some large hides. Paid dearly for them, but still. Earned them all the same. And a little bit more variety of seeds. So we got carrots, onions, spelt, and turnips. I absolutely have no desire to keep conglomerate stone. And then, this barrel of weak tannin, sorry, I'm going to empty it out. I'm going to make a borax wash. So we have weak and strong tannin. I don't want to get rid of 30 liters of strong tannin, so, yeah, whatever. I'll just leave it alone. So the version 1 of my smithy is going to be very scaled down, and quite frankly, all function over form, as a result of needing to just start running mechanical power. So it won't be sexy, I'm warning you. It's going to be bare bones just to get the ball rolling. Let's do the small hides. Run them through. All right, we're gonna. I'm gonna start laying out the smithy. So, in terms of it, we need a rotor, which is a hammer, chisel, logs, fat, resin, and we need at least one. Generally, people don't do more than one. Might as well just keep the resin on me. Grab my... Is this my only hammer? Yeah, I think this is my only hammer. Oh, no, I have an older hammer. Let's use up the copper one, which has no durability left on it. That's not fat. Nice try, me. That's borax. This hammer doesn't even have enough durability to finish. So if you're ever in the case where your hammer has so low durability it won't finish, throw it out, I guess. If I had another copper hammer, I think I could use up the durability of the copper one because it would use the next hammer, but I'm just going to toss this hammer. Let it despawn, because it's too used up to be useful. Alright, we're going to want some axles. So axles allow you to transfer mechanical power. And it's fat logs. It's the same sort of idea of a blueprint. You can think of the fat as just like greasing up the logs. Now, a big question is whether we use a clutch and a transmission, which I think in this case I might want to. So here's a a break. Essentially, well, it makes more sense to show you, but if you use a transmission, it's 2 angled gears running that you can disengage and engage. And the advantage of this is so that you can shut down whatever's hooked up to your mechanical power, because otherwise, if it's like running your health hammer while you're home, you're just going to hear clang, 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 clang every time it's windy, which gets a little old. So for that, we need angle gears. So this is the pattern for the angle gears. So I need a saw, sticks, and more of the same materials. I'll just keep a whole stack of wood on me, so I don't have to keep opening it up. One angled gear. As you can see, it gets pricey. 2 angled gears. And then transmission needs boards. And the transmission and the brake or the clutch work in tandem. I don't use a brake. You can brake, which like stops the mechanical power, but it just makes more sense to disengage the transmission with a clutch instead. So we'll do the transmission clutch method as a way of doing it, because I don't like brakes. So there's transmission, and a rotor, and axles, and now a clutch, which requires 8 more boards. So 2 fat, 2 resin, and yeah, the resin that I found is gonna come in handy here. Okay. Now, the sails I don't have. So, oops. So the sails obviously would be linen squares plus sticks, and the linen squares would be the wow, that's not the how to make them. Would be flax twine, and flax twine would be flax fibers. So I could turn these into the flax fibers that I need, but you'll see how little linen I actually have for now. So I have 2 pieces of the 4 linen at the bare minimum required. So I have just a little bit over half of the amount of flax that is required for this project. But there we go, linen stitches. I do want to kill some of the dudes around me, because maybe I get more flax. Yeah, see? Perfect. That's what I wanted. The surface drifters are only tier 2. Oh yeah, there's a rift right here. I see why they're all here. Or damage tier 0. Unlike the deer that killed me, which is tier 2. So these guys don't hit very hard. Which is why they're farmable. And I am also just 1 gear away from having the ability to repair the translocator. If that... Did I just knock him through a door? That's hilarious. So if I do end up with another gear, repairing that translocator, the teleporter, could be an option. Yo! That was just, honestly, excellent aim. The moment I opened the door, that Botorn ripped me up. Just bravo. No notes, not even complaining. Well done. How big are brown coal veins? I don't know off the top of my head. They're usually pretty big. Most of the veins, other than the surface veins, are generally pretty decent size, in my experience. Like 20 by 20, 30 by 30, sometimes bigger. Someone hit him. Alright, where else are they? Hello? Oh. I keep getting caught on that. I need to move those. Oh, torches in here burned out. Now, I did mention potentially wanting to get more torch holders. So I could speak about that in just a second. So the way to make your own torch holders is you can make brass plates. So if I made torch holders, it's one of those situations. Oh, and for brass. It's one of those situations where I would probably want a health hammer to begin with, but brass is zinc and copper. And I do believe that I've had a decent amount of found zinc around, so I could go hunting for zinc. Let's see. No, I actually don't have good zinc prospects. Never mind. Thought I did, but I was mistaken. You still here? No? Well, we got 1 twine's worth of flax fibers from that. Honestly, it's a trickle. It's not bad. If given the option, I wouldn't mind farming them as long as I can do it in a safe manner. That's the caveat, a safe manner, because it's often not super safe to be killing them. But if it is, I'll take it. That's weird. Where's my shield? I'm holding it, but I can't raise it? Oh, there it goes. I was trying to crouch before, and it wasn't coming up. Oh, what? Yep, so this is why you illuminate. This is why I'm making new torches, because we had a shiver. I'm just going to stick my lantern here for now. We had a shiver in our farm, our berry farm. I can't even... Duh. Okay, I guess you're there now. Until you despawn. I don't want to pull up the bush in fear that it will reset. It would reset its potential flowering timers. I don't actually think it's going to flower. Is that a rift in the base? No, it's just outside, but it's close enough that it caused them to spawn in here. Which is why I got shiver jumped. Why did I hear, like, 5 stones being thrown at me? Alright, it's almost daybreak. Cool. Go on the offensive, because I need flax. Nice. One more piece. Maybe I can, like, push the body out of the bushes. Here we go. Move it. I want to skin you. Perfect. I mean, it didn't have anything, but at least it came up with a solution-ish. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 12th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.